guys, Connie here. I am 12 days post-op from my mommy makeover, and you're gonna see that I am driving. So this is my first time driving. Whoop, there goes my phone. This is my first time driving by myself since my surgery back on January the 21st. I am no longer taking any narcotics. I actually haven't taken any narcotics since I believe it was day 6 or 7 post-op. So because of that, and because I'm more mobile, like I can turn my head all the way around in my torso if needed, I felt comfortable enough to drive myself to my appointment this morning at 10 a.m. Honestly, it was only like a 15-minute drive away. And I'm taking my little car because I felt a little bit more comfortable driving my little car, although right after surgery it was easier to get into my van, which was taller. But today I felt comfortable sitting a little lower and taking my smaller vehicle and parking that. But what I wanted to tell you guys about, this isn't my official 12-day update video. I'll do another one later because I do have my drains coming out today. This video is actually about orgasming. And I'm recording it now because I'm alone and away from my husband and my kids. But I wanted to let you know that last night I experienced my first orgasm post-op. So the night of 11 days post-op, I guess I was a little curious, and I didn't have sex. Full disclosure, I did not have sex, but I do have like one of those like massage wands, which by the way I love. And if you are a woman and you do not own a toy, specifically a wand, you need to go get yourself one. They are life-changing. So for whatever reason, I was curious last night, and so I took my wand out, and oh my God, let me tell you about your first orgasm post-op. So I was a little scared. I didn't know what to expect, so I felt more comfortable using my wand than like having sex for the first time. And that was a really good idea because I was able to experience these things in a more controlled, by myself setting. So what I will say is that, oh my goodness, you don't realize before you have a mommy makeover what muscles you actually use and what sort of happens to your body when you go through an orgasm until you have one right after a major surgery. So let me tell you about what I was feeling. So I was definitely afraid, but also very curious and extremely horny because it's been like 2 weeks since I've had any action. So I decided to take out the wand, and that to me was a more comfortable way of broaching the topic. Number two, my abs, my goodness, like, so I've never felt my top abs like that before in my life. And so as you're starting to climax, like my abs were contracting and I could feel them, and I haven't felt them, gosh, in a very long time. And I definitely never noticed them during an orgasm in the past, but after having surgery and I guess the work that the doctor put in, sewing them back together, lipoing around them, fixing them, I actually literally felt especially my top 2 abs. So that's a good sign because that means they're there. That means they have feeling, and they felt really close together. They felt super, super tight. So as I was climaxing, I could feel them contracting more. And I will say that there was like a bit of pain, but there was like a fine line between pain and pleasure, and the pleasure was freaking awesome, especially after 2 weeks. So I kept going, and overall I would say that it was a very positive experience. But I just wanted to let you know that, you know, if you are having and I'm talking a proper orgasm, like a good orgasm post surgery, you will definitely feel your abs, and it may be painful for you, so you may want to stop, or you may be like me and you might feel them. It might be, you know, some sensation or pain, but you might be able to work through that and then just have like this epic freaking experience, which was awesome and totally worth it. So I wanted to tell you about that. This is what really got me though, my breasts. So without any stimulation to my breasts, and I'll preface this by saying that like I am not a breast nipple action kind of girl. Like I actually don't like any kind of nipple action in play, maybe because I was a breastfeeding mom, I don't know, it's just never been for me. But when I was orgasming, like I legit like felt all the nerves in my boobs like going mental, and for the first time I actually felt my new nipples, and I haven't felt my new nipples or any feeling in my nipples since my surgery 12 days ago. But when I was orgasming and without touching them or doing anything, all of a sudden I could feel like the nerve endings in my boobs trying to find each other. And that feeling lasted like for several hours after my orgasm. And even today I feel like they're working. So, and if you are familiar with sort of post-op care, you'll know that those zinger feelings in your breast are very normal, and they're a good sign because they're a sign that everything is working and trying to find itself again. And like, I was just very pleasantly surprised to have a nipple feeling, because one of the risks of having a breast lift and augmentation is that you could lose all feeling in your nipples, and it is a risk going into surgery, and some women are not okay with that risk, because if they are stimulated through their nipples, you know, the fact that you could lose that is a very scary thing. But for me personally, because I'm not into nipple action and play, like when I had that happen to me, I was like, oh, okay, like they work, but not necessarily something that was a make it or break it for me. But I wanted to let you know that that feeling was very shocking, because I have not had much feeling in my breast since the surgery, and then all of a sudden everything went haywire. So in a way, I almost wonder if like climaxing and having an orgasm was a good thing post mommy makeover, because my nerves did have that opportunity to sort of get kick-started, and I feel like they are doing stuff even today. So I'm gonna maybe talk to my doctor about it, kind of personal, but I mean, I know that the feelings and sensations and the zingers are totally normal, but this definitely kick-started that. So I mean, speak to your doctor. My doctor and my post-op care instruction says to resume intercourse sex when you're comfortable and at your own discretion, and to basically let the guy do all the work. And so I sort of took that as the same for, you know, self-pleasure and orgasming, and I was very pleasantly surprised by the experience. So overall, I would say it was like a 10 out of 10 experience. I've never, ever felt those feelings in my body before during an orgasm, so it was a very new experience for me. It was a little scary, but it was like pleasurable, but also I can see it being like borderline painful for some women. So I would say, once again, do what works for you. Self-pleasure, I would say, is definitely the way to go for the first time, because at least you've got control over it, and if it's not feeling good or if it's painful in any way, you can just sort of shut it down and you've got complete control. Just be prepared though for those body sensations, especially the ones in the breast. I was so surprised by that. And I guess when you orgasm, maybe you naturally get those sensations in the breast, but I never really felt them before or paid attention to them. But because I literally just had surgery, all of a sudden I'm like very aware of what an orgasm does to my entire body. And apparently your abs contract, and apparently lots of stuff happens in the breast. What I can compare it to almost in a way was like when I was breastfeeding my kids, and I would have like a major letdown. And if you're a breastfeeding mom, you'll understand like what that feeling is. It's almost like it comes from your neck and your chest, and it's like you've got this tingly sensation that like as if milk is dropping. It felt like that to me. Like it felt like I was having like a phantom letdown, but like I wasn't, as far as I know, producing any milk or anything like that. It was a tingly sensation, and my nerves started going berserk, and they're still going berserk, and I think they're trying to find each other. And it was really, really nice to like feel my nipple, if not just for the reason that I know that they're alive and doing well, and that I guess this is a sign that I will have my nipple feelings back again. So ladies, I know this is a very, you know, personal topic, and I'm also somewhat uncomfortable talking about it, but I think it's really important that, since I'm being very candid as it is on my mommy makeover journey, that I also touch this particular topic. It wasn't definitely something I was planning to talk about, but after having that experience last night, and knowing that I've never read or heard anything about this particular topic and anything else that I've followed, I wanted to sort of be full disclosure with you. So happy exploring post-op. For me, it was 11 days, and it was through self-pleasure. I am not sure when my husband and I will be intimate again. I still have my left drain in, and I know it's coming out today. I will maybe update you on how that goes, but as of right now, we're not there yet. So I just wanted to give you guys that update, and I will give you guys a more formal 12-day post-op update, and I'll let you know how my drain removal goes probably tonight or a little later today. But for now, I just wanted to tell you all about orgasms.